What's the conclusion from all of this?
Don't jump. This is a very important point. There's the Creator. This is simply a desire to bestow, only. Because he wants to bestow, he must be included with someone that he wants to bestow to. So he begins to bestow. So seemingly he needs to join to himself some measure of desire to receive. That is, he, the Creator, the desire to receive. The Creator, to begin with, is made of two parts. One part that's in him is a desire to bestow. And the second part in him is the desire to receive. Why? Because if he won't be included from the desire to receive, how will he be able to bestow? He needs to know to who, for what. That's called the end of an act is in the initial thought. Meaning he needs to think in advance there needs to be a desire to receive, and he's going to bestow to this desire to receive. Here it's called the pure Creator, the desire to bestow. And here, in the desire to receive, it is called the Creator in a connection with the created being. Two parts. And then he begins to bestow. And from this bestowal, through root, phase 1, 2, 3, we have phase 4. And phase 4, when the desire to receive begins, it also has all kinds of layers. Until we reach here, the desire to receive is similar to bestow. Here it's still similar to bestow. Here it's similar to bestow. Until he comes to the desire to receive that has no sparks of bestow. That's called Malchut of Malchut. Or later we call it the stony heart. A thing that cannot be corrected. It doesn't understand what bestowal is. If I correct all those called the first 9, what do I have from this? I have from this that I feel the actions of the Creator. From the first 9, I attain the actions of the Creator. If I were to correct my stony heart, I will feel the Creator Himself. Not according to the actions, I will feel Him. Because this is my nature, and from my nature, I will feel His nature. But how can I do this if here, altogether, this part of mine is not included? You can't enter any sparks of bestowal into it. There's no quality that can possibly help me correct it. How can I really reach the Creator? Because theoretically, if I were capable, I would reach there. But how? By what can I penetrate into him some qualities of bestowal and correct it? It's impossible. It's correct that it's impossible. But the purpose of creation is not for us to recognize the actions of the Creator. The purpose of the creation is for us to be in His degree. How? There's a trick. What kind? The trick is simple. If I were to take this part and connect it, nevertheless, artificially, with all these other parts, later I will be able to work only on distinguishing between them. Meaning each time I just need to attain a discernment. What's the difference between this and this, between this and this, this and that? Meaning out of the negation that this is not like this, and not like this, and not like this, etc. Out of negating this, I can come to a state where I can get to know him. Not from me being similar to him, from me seeing how not similar I am to him. Where I will work, again, the first 9, the first corrected 9 are the actions of the Creator. The stony heart cannot resemble them. If the stony heart will know precisely what it cannot be similar to, it will know precisely how contradicted he is to the Creator. To know the extent in which I'm resisted or contradicted, that is the entire distinguishment I need to make. If I were to know in each quality in me how contradicted it is to every quality in him, then all that's missing is for me to be in his place. But it's already a recognition that I don't know. That I don't know him. Meaning, what will happen to be is that I have to move from this side to that side, from being the created being to being like the Creator. And this is done with help from above, but only after the discernments we make upon this part. Now, what is lacking here that needs to be added, the first 9 and the work with them is called the worlds. And this malchut with which we're working is called the souls. So what happens to us here in the world of Atzilut? Nevertheless, we will go over it one time. Maybe next time we will do a repeat on it.
Galgalta, Ab, Sag, all this they're formed in reflected light in Malchut. The question is, you said the first 9 are the worlds, and Malchut are Partzufim, souls. So after the screen and reflected light, you have the world of Adam Kadmon and the world of Atzilut.
This is the 4 phases of direct light, yes? And this is Malchut. Malchut performs a restriction, and then she wants to resemble the actions of the Creator. Meaning she's not working with her Malchut, within which the restriction took place. The restriction was actually done here in the first restriction, but the light departed from all phases. The departure of the light from all phases. And then Malchut works with the first 9. This here is called the first 9 of Malchut. To make the first 9 of Malchut, or the first 9 of Malchut, would be like the 4 phases, is a matter of the worlds. What do we need this for? In order to build around this central point, Malchut of Malchut, the correct environment, such that through all the worlds that light will come upon, it will come and there will be a barrier here, the Machsom. And here it's already darkness. Above, Rav writes upper light. And here will be the degrees called the worlds, Olamot, 125 degrees. Now, we built this system. What did we build besides this? We built the worlds in a manner in which it understands that this Malchut cannot be corrected, because also in the worlds there was a shattering. That same stony heart was there, yes? And there was a shattering. They shattered and corrected everything but the stony heart. Meaning in the worlds, like I say, that they corrected Galgalta and Enaim, and the Achap within which there's Galgalta and Enaim, and Galgalta and Enaim within which has Achap, and then the Achap. This, after the shattering, these four vessels that were made. So what are we distinguishing? What are we discerning? Vessels of reception and vessels of bestowal. These Achap, which are the stony heart, which is Malchut of Malchut, we scrutinize that here you cannot work. And already in the worlds, we're not working with this. We're only working with all kinds of variations of the first nine. So the worlds are already ready for all the discernments that will be. But the worlds, meaning the first nine. Now, what about Malchut herself? After all the worlds emerged, now we have Tabu, Parsa, Siyum, and all the worlds ascended this way where no, I'm sorry. We'll do it. This will be Atik. Arich Anpin. Abba and Ima Zon. And then Zon ascended. And then the world of Bria was made here. Zon, Abba and Ima, Arich Anpin, and Atik. Bria, Yetzira, and Asiya, until the Chazeh, that's called. Yetzira, Asiya. They emerged upon the worlds. After that, Adam HaRishon was created. Meaning this is the birth of the worlds of Bia. Before all the ascents. Now, Adam HaRishon is born. Its Partzuf was born also from Zon of Atzilut. Now I will only explain how, what's with it, and then why a little bit in the next lesson. Zon of Atzilut, as it placed the worlds of Bia, Yetzira, Asiya, also established Adam HaRishon in such a way that Adam HaRishon's Rosh is in the place of Bria. Its Garon is in the place of the four Sfirot of the world of Yetzira. And until its Chazeh, until the end of the world of Yetzira, and its tabu, wait, it's chazeh, and that's it in the reglaim. The raglin are placed to the end of the world of Asiyah. That is, the world of Adam HaRishon, it exists precisely within the worlds of Abiyah. Its rosh is in the world of Bria, its throat, its garon, in the four sfirot of the world of Yetzirah, its body, its guf, is within the six sfirot of the world of Yetzirah, small ones, and the reglaim in place of the world of Asiyah. Here, there's another division. Here we have also the world of Asiyah. There's the place of Bria. Well, next time we'll do that more precisely. What am I trying to say? That Adam HaRishon and the worlds of Bia, there are they have a certain connection between them where just like the worlds of Bia are built in incorporation between vessels of reception that within which vessels of bestowal exist. Also, Adam HaRishon is built out of having a vessel of reception that is neutralized. And therefore, vessels of bestowal can exist in it. You remember what we spoke about the worlds, that the worlds were made from the incorporation of Galgalta and Linaim within a chap. That a chap are the vessels that you cannot use, and Galgalta and Linaim can be used. That's the structure of the world of Atzilut. The nature of Atzilut, vessels of bestowal. So if we were to neutralize the general achap, this general mass, within which Galgalta and Linaim are, then we can move these Galgalta and Linaim that are in the achap and arrange them in such a way that they will be like the structure of the world of Atzilut. And this structure, like the world of Atzilut, which is in the phase 2 of coarseness, will be called the world of Bria, and 3 of it'll be of Atzilut. 3 of Atzilut it will be called the world of Yetzirah, and in 4 of Atzilut it will be called the world of Asiyah. Meaning, there's a principle that if you neutralize the achap and you can't use it, we use the Galgalta and Linaim that's in the achap. It's the same with Adam HaRishon. Adam HaRishon was made from this malchut that cannot be used. The fact that it can't be used, what can you do? We can neutralize it so it won't want to receive anything and join it to Galgalta and Linaim. How do we do this? If I have in the worlds Galgalta and Linaim in zone of Atzilut and zone of Nikudim, you remember Galgalta and Linaim, and then Achap in zone of Nikudim, and from above comes the light of Ab Sag, and connects the Galgalta and Linaim and Achap to 10 Sfirot, and then they shattered, the shattering. Out of the shattering, Galgalta and Linaim and Achap and Galgalta and Linaim were mingled, and we have Galgalta and Linaim apart and Achap apart. Achap within Galgalta and Linaim and Galgalta and Linaim within Achap. They intermingled because they have a possibility to intermingle, to enter one another. We're talking about not matters, but desires, intentions, longings. We can mix even vessels of reception without being intermingled. But in Adam HaRishon, it can't be. Here, it's the pure, clean desire to receive that cannot be impressed by anything besides pleasure. From intentions in order to bestow something, no, nothing. So how do we build Adam Rishon? So Adam Rishon is built in this other way. It's written like this: Creator created Adam from the earth, etc. That's the whole story. How is Adam created? It's built simply, Galgalta Ne'enaim, and here's this Malchut of Ein Sof. But what? We don't use this Malchut. It is under the restriction, and we use only Galgalta Ne'enaim. This is called that Adam Arishon is born circumcised, without vessels of reception. It's called the circumcision. And in the vessels of reception. What then happens? We have a structure that is adapted to the structure of the worlds of Biyah, whereas the worlds of Biyah are vessels of bestowal exist. The worlds of Biyah. So what do we have here? That this is Galgat Enaim, and here's the place of Malchut, a chap or 2 or 3 or 4 of coarseness. And if we use them, Adam Arishon and the worlds of Biyah. This is the world this is Adam Arishon, and this is the worlds of Biyah. Hence, they're similar, and we can say that they're in one another. Only the difference is that in Adam Arishon, this part is completely usable, and we built a partzuf called Adam Arishon, a very artificial partzuf, because in its main part we don't use. We only use the Galgalta Ne'enaim, which is not him at all. This is the vessels that don't belong to him. They were just joined to him. Altogether, this is a topic, a subject on its own of how you can join these vessels this way, etc. But what happens now? If we were to shatter this partzuf, that is called Adam Rishon, and later try to start and correct it, all that we have, we will be able to learn from within it, from this work, this analysis that what this part is and what that part is relative to the desire to receive and the desire to bestow. What does the Creator want here, and what does the person want here? When we go to measure, we will learn the Galgalta Ne'enaim, the connection of Malchut and Galgalta Ne'enaim, the connection of Galgalta Ne'enaim and Malchut, and then what happens? What do we need to do? Then we need to perform all the actions besides, and all the work that we'll do, we will make sure that Malchut will be corrected, meaning all the qualities that are against the Creator. And if we were to finish all these corrections besides Malchut herself, on our behalf, this is called our personal end of correction. We don't need more than that. It's not on us to correct the stony heart. Then comes a special light called Messiah, Rav Pali Mekabtziel, a special kind of light that corrects the Malchut and inverts it from Malchut to the qualities of the Creator. And then we come to a state of the final correction. We will talk about this stage more. We have another lesson. If we need, we'll take another lesson. But this is actually the whole matter of Adam Arishon, the whole thing with the souls, that the souls actually in their work need to scrutinize, not correct. We have nothing to correct in truth. Our work is not to correct. We don't have such actions in us as we pray in the Day of Atonement. But what we have upon us is to measure to what extent we are in the materials where we can understand what bestowal is. All our work is a matter of scrutiny. And the corrections will already happen from this. Next time we'll enter this more.
You think the ability to scrutinize also comes from above?
Yes, yes.
Adam Rishon, he was formed over a specific record?
No. Adam Arishon has no records. There are records, but from Malchut of Ein Sof, not from the Partzufim of Bia. Adam Arishon is not a consequence of the expansion through Galgalta Absag until the Siyum of Asiyah. It doesn't belong to that. It doesn't belong to the worlds. There are worlds and there are souls. The souls are the shattered Adam Arishon. All of his parts are called souls.
So where does he come from? Born?
He was born from the connection between Malchut with Galgalta Einaim. Malchut of Ein Sof with Galgalta Einaim.
Which Galgalta?
Galgalta Einaim of the worlds, not his vessels. Malchut of his vessels. Guys, we will talk more. What I am telling you now is not written in in such a way here or anywhere. We don't learn much about Adam Rishon usually, and it's not written much. It's written in a very, very kind of as little as possible. So, as much as possible, I will give in this short method, so at least there will be something clear somewhat, and for you not to get confused. After that, you'll continue gradually and add more. That's it. Start coming in the morning. I promise you will receive an addition. Not a lot. Twice a week. Friday and Sunday.